I have thought of this this situation of JD Vance like moving into the vice presidential palace or mansion or whatever it's called. He's like, "What do you mean it's already furnished? I can't bring my couch."
Dude, he's probably like asked about like older couches that vice president, because when they move all the other stuff out.
Yeah.
There, like he's like, bring me Lincoln's couch. I'm gonna fuck the Emancipation Proclamation right out of that couch.
Presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me.
What did we think about Jeff Bezos' future wife's outfit?
It was a very wild outfit.
First of all, can we talk about it? Was it a bra? Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. You think it's a bra? Was it just simply a bra?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably. I mean, it's fashion.
Okay. That's. I thought that. Katie thought that. Just making sure. Because she originally thought it was lingerie. Like a whole corset. A whole corset, and then no. She got up and you could see it was like, oh no, it's separated.
It's not your everyday like house bra. It's like definitely like closer to lingerie than a regular like sports bra.
I feel like it was just some big fashion designer's outfit. My biggest issue with the whole outfit in general, it's fucking cold out.
It's very cold.
That's not a practical outfit at all.
No, she knew she was going to be indoors. That's like That's a very first world outfit. Like, you're going one place and it's heat.
Yeah.
That's my defense. My mom's like, "Well, how are you wearing shorts right now?" I was like, "I have to walk from the car to the building and then I'm good."
One place. Yeah.
Like,
Honestly, if you think about it, like that's how Adam Sandler lives his everyday life. Granted, it's in LA. But
yeah.
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's in New York.
I'm the Adam Sandler of the Carolinas.
Mark Zuckerberg has he's not completed it. But he's come a long way in his bro transformation. He got caught looking down at her, looking down old girl's bra that we've established it was a bra.
Yeah.
So that was a memorable moment. Carrie Underwood got everybody to sing in unity. That was the first bipartisan thing I believed. I was like, hell yeah, everybody's all in on this.
You can't. Well, I mean. I think it's funny so many people were surprised that she was willing to sing an a cappella. Like, have you ever heard Carrie Underwood before?
I was not. I was surprised that like Vivek was. I was surprised that Kamala and Joe were. Like, they were all just singing along with. They weren't just mouthing. Like, they were audibly. The ones in the front that you could see on the camera, they were like audibly participating, because you don't want to look like you don't want that. You don't want that on the news. Because it looked like Kamala didn't know the words for a couple of times. What did you say?
What song was it?
Oh God, American Beauty.
Oh, okay.
American Beauty. But that's not like nobody sings that anymore. Really, you hear it at sporting events,
right? Yeah.
There's
which
no
honestly
kids
is like the
that.
wildest shit. There are no other countries that do that, by the way, other than at the Olympics.
Listen, so we went to
no other country plays their anthem before whatever the fuck you're about to watch sporting wise.
We went to a tennis football game.
Does Canada play that before? Well, they play it before NHL, which is that's American.
Is my mic working?
Oh yeah.
You know, I was just talking way the fuck over.
What happened?
You guys have just been talking over me this whole time.
Sorry,
I didn't know the mic was working.
Sorry.
The floor is yours.
Now I feel like this big piece of shit. So we went to a football game with my dad. He's a big Tennessee fan. And they had, the song God Bless the USA?
Mm-hmm.
They had the guy, Lee Greenwood, who sing that at the concert. Like, a very obscure person who's only known for this one song. And they're like, we want this song to be played, so we're going to bring this man here. I'm pretty sure he was also performing at the Trump inauguration.
He's in big with Trump.
Yeah.
Have you told me this story, or is this like has Lee Greenwood appeared in your life like a lot recently? Because I feel like this is the third time his name's been summoned.
Maybe, I don't know. But did you?
We were talking about him the last time for Trump.
Oh, I think because he like, I don't know. That's like having like Francis Scott Keys like show up to sing the fucking national anthem.
Is it weird that I feel like in like 2 days, even though it's bad work, right? Like it's nothing. It's not anything really good, but I feel like Donald Trump has worked harder in like 2 days than Joe Biden has worked in 4 years. Like I've only seen Donald Trump on the television. Every time I see him, he's announcing some new shit. Whereas Joe Biden, I barely saw him. He was always in Wilmington.
Well, there's a reason,
but not our Wilmington.
What if he was? How cool would that be?
If he was in our Wilmington the whole time and just like bullshitting, like it was a.
He never had to worry about money to campaign anything. Every fucking news outlet was talking about every damn move he made. Didn't matter. That Trump was on everybody's lips no matter what. You heard his name, you talked about him, everybody had something to say about him. Like he's literally probably the most popular person in the world. Or at least in the U.S. when it comes to that. Not out of like people like him, but just people talk about him.
Notorious.
Right?
He's notorious.
So, I mean, why not? This whole thing has been like, it really seems like there's writers in the background doing all the work, and they're just giving him the script to go. You know what I mean? Like he's on Apprentice right now, and he doesn't realize the fucking.
That's what I told you. That's why it scares me. Like, because he's reading it.
He
used to be given shit to read and throw it away or just ignore it entirely. Now he's reading it.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just I feel like people just have him by the balls. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
he owes so many people for so much shit.
Sure. And not that I approve. It's all obviously conspiracy. But.
Or did he fund Diddy's freak offs and now he's the one who has like all this on everybody? It wasn't Diddy's. Diddy didn't buy all that baby oil. That was actually Trump's baby oil. He just kept it at Diddy's house. Diddy didn't know.
How much dirt do you
Diddy's innocent, bro. Diddy's innocent, bro. Trump did it.
Man, there's so many like stories. Like there's so many charges against him for sexual and stuff like that.
Oh no, like I literally watched him kick a girl right in the face. He's a piece of shit. No, I was just joking. But like the
oh no. I'm just saying, like Trump himself, like none of that.
Oh, I thought you meant Diddy.
But well, him too. Yeah, he's obviously shit. And I'm just saying, like overall, like Trump. I forgot what the website is, but there's like they track all of the sexual assault cases that he's had throughout his entire life, like and talk about all the Jane Doe stuff and the little 13-year-old girl with Epstein and all that bullshit. Like it's pretty ridiculous and it's just disgusting, honestly. So. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like Diddy gets pardoned or some bullshit like that because they're buddies from all this stuff. It'd be crazy.
In full disclosure for this show, I don't know what the SEC does. I'm not really privy to their laws, but just in case, I do have a bet in. So what he's referring to is like if they do pardon Diddy, like I do get $500 for that. Because that really doesn't affect my life at all, and I can like make some money off of it. So that would be cool. Shout out, sorry to all the true victims. Shout out Cassie. You have my permission to sell out me for like billions of dollars from DraftKings. They are literally throwing money at podcasters, like Bussin' with the Boys. Those two guys, it's a salary that would, I think Dave Portnoy said, would have put Barstool in the hole. Like they don't make that much money to pay that to them.
Yeah, is it FanDuel? They like paid Pat McAfee.
They just got stupid money to throw at shit right now, and they don't have like any physical like gambling location, so they save on that. They just throw shit out. Could be us. Yeah.
We just gotta grow.
I don't know that they let you gamble on political shit though on like DraftKings or FanDuel. I'm pretty sure they don't.
You mean the draft isn't referring to like the armed services draft?
No. The kings of the draft. The crown is yours. The ticket is yours. Don't you get a ticket or you get a letter?
You get a letter.
You get a letter
if you've been drafted.
Yeah,
I'm sure you probably get like a text message now. You're just like, congratulations. Okay. Your report date is. There's a guy who has a podcast like that where he has like bank robbers and like criminals at like very high levels that he brings on, and they just talk about that shit. Like I would love to have on like a murderer, like somebody that
I've
killed
heard you
somebody.
say this.
Yeah, like just be like there's so many questions that I would want to ask. Like, how did it feel? Like,
but what if his question for you was like, "Hey, where do you live?"
Well, then I just say, and then I just turn off the computer.
Plays the old like, Looney Tunes. That's all, folks.
Yeah.
Gone.
Here's what I would. This has always been like a comedy sketch I've always wanted to have, where there's like a serial killer called the Cyber Killer, and he just like he deletes your profile and like you can't get it back. Like, so like he doesn't actually kill you. He just like makes it impossible for you to have social media again. And like just the just how funny that would be of trying to stop him. So I've always wanted to expand on that idea, but that was like the general theme that I've come up with. So
even though
you guys want to expand on that.
It's not an actual problem, so you're just like scraping together like leftover money to like buy recording equipment and all this stuff so you can catch this guy. I'd be down.
Yeah, like you're just trying to hack into the mainframe all the time. It's like, where's this asshole coming from? Starbucks on West Main.
Here's a different name. How did he find me again?
He's using a VPN.
You enter the Starbucks and everybody looks exactly the same, and everybody's on a computer. Like that scene, where it's just like it could be anybody in here. That's the guy's walked out, and then you walk out trying to chase him. He comes up behind you and chloroforms you, and now it's actually real. We've taken a turn.
This is Doobie U.S. Dubious, the official podcast of low stakes spy espionage thrillers.
The official podcast of fathers who pay their child support on time. Always that. Always that. Official support. The official.
We know how paychecks work sometimes.
Yep. We are the official podcast of single mom stepping out tonight. Congratulations, Queen. You enjoy it. Don't worry about him. We understand you. We are the podcast of kids who get left at home because mama done stepped out for the night. We hear you. We see you. You ain't got to call him dad. Oh shit! I had the idea while you were talking about the wing shop store. No, wing shop. You said wing shop. My idea would be just for fun, like where we do the same stupid commercials all the time. Like we just do commercials of places you used to work or own.
Oh, I know the names of most of them. I'm sure I could find them. Like one of my.
I still don't think you're using imaging right. Like I know that we've had.
Is that not what it is?
No. It's whatever you want it to be. What are you guys smoking tonight?
Nothing.
I have ice cream cake, and I'm still hitting the blue Razz Snapdragon, but I also have this boutique vape. It's pretty cool. That's two different ones: strawberry Tropicana and golden rice. Cool.
Mm-hmm. I gotta show you guys something.
This is from who gave us the White Widow and the lemon gelato? That was Hello Mary.
That was Snapdragon.
This was Snapdragon?
Yeah, that's Snapdragon.
You sure?
Yeah, Hello Mary has
that's
it has what?
It either looks like this.
Oh, this one. Okay. Never mind. I got them confused. Okay. They don't have like logos. Like
it is confusing. It's on the box, so you have to take the sticker off to do that.
Yeah, keep the box. Got it. Well, that'll dock you some points on the old review. Making me look like a fool here on my own show.
On my own
show. Boys,
I got a ball.
what are we
That's a really
doing?
nice
What are we doing for 4 years? How do we feel? Are we terrified? Are we hopeful? In some weird, odd way, as in it can't possibly get any worse type of shit. Like it can't get worse than we think it could get. What do we think?
I don't think it can get worse than anyone thinks it can get.
We have already
What do you
had 4
think?
years of this. Like, it's obviously like signing in the fucking executive order that basically shuns all transgender people on your first day in office is pretty shitty. And he's a bad person, but like, what else is new? We've done this before.
Yeah, I think it's kind of wild that I don't think he can sign an executive order that's just kind of wild. I don't think he could do that, but I might be wrong.
There were a few of them at least that you're able to do.
Well, yeah,
you can't. I don't know about that one.
You can't get rid of birthright. Well, I mean, you can, because the way it's written, it's about sex, not gender.
Right.
When he wrote the executive order, so he said that America only recognizes two sexes.
Right.
And it says it's separate from gender because gender is fluid depending on the person. It actually says that in the order. So like they're acknowledging that there are people that are gender fluid. They're acknowledging that people are, you know what I mean? And then they're denouncing it in another executive order, which is pretty crazy.
Well, to me, I think it's like they try to. That's what makes me not nervous, but makes me wonder. Like the hopeful part. That's why I would say that is like you got to think like so the Republicans just got a whole bunch of formerly Democratic working voters, right? So if they're smart, like catering to them too. The only problem is people that used to vote for people on the left probably have like way different policies from people who are just like been voting for the right for this whole time. Right. So to try to cater to both of them at the same time probably means you got to like put sex in the writing, but say gender out loud. Because the people that are like focused on what you say, like the gender or not, probably aren't reading the shit. And the people that like, you know what I mean? Like they actually are trying to figure out if you're an asshole or not will take the time to go and read it to one, prove you are, or two, find out that you're not. But I mean, not that on that thing, I guess. But I don't know. I thought it was
hyper focused on right now.
Because
especially
transgender people are catching the biggest strays in the world. Like I thought it like John Oliver was explaining that if you gave it was a certain amount of money to every transgender person, they would like actually get $100 some odd every single one because it's that few. So like it's not there's no need to put the fucking microscope on.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't.
It's like 1% of the population or something like that. Like it's a very small amount. I don't have the exact number. But even at that, like it's enough that like they deserve rights as well. You know what I'm saying? Like legitimately, everybody they're just as real people with everybody else. So there's no reason why they should be persecuted against. However, I do think, and I was talking to my wife about this the other day, and I was like, I really feel like they could have codified Obergefell. I'm not saying it right now, but they could have codified the right to gay marriage and everything by now. And I think they would have if they needed to go step by step. People are scared of all of it. That's the phobia. Like they're nervous around gay people. I don't know if they think they're rubbing off on their kids or something. Like it's not through osmosis. You can't like shake somebody's hand to get it. I don't really understand what the issue is. You know what I'm saying? But like I think if they would have, COVID really fucked up a lot of stuff. It stopped everything for a long time. It gave really smart people a lot of time to make really smart decisions and figure out how they could win this election and get all this shit out there. The Republican Party has been fighting from underneath since Bush. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been trying to get back in. And Democrats had a good hold on things. It looked like the younger generation looked more liberal, like everything kind of leaned left. And then they had COVID, and COVID scared the shit out of a lot of people. They started exploring things about themselves. They learned a lot more than they really wanted to, and it scared them. And a lot of those like big evangelical Christian people really scared the shit out of them. So they fought back as hard as they could. And then it gave lawmakers time to sit at home and read shit and figure out how they could write these laws to get whatever they wanted. Started in Florida, started in Oklahoma, started in North Carolina. They tested them. And now, you know what I mean? Like, it was all test market shit. It's just like rolling something out in a restaurant. It's crazy how the whole thing happened. Like, you just watch it happen.
I've always like thought I knew pretty much the difference between the parties until I realized that like Glenn Youngkin came in after weed was legal and had an option to like just take it off the board, kind of like Trump did with all Biden shit. Like, you can just kind of do that in Virginia because you can't be governor for, I think it's 8 years. After 8 years, you can be governor again, but you have to take a 4-year break or some shit like that. It's a weird law, but he could have just like walked in and did it, but he didn't. And yet Roy Cooper won't go the extra step of decriminalizing to legalizing it. And I'm like, but you would like, if I just explained that to you in a concept of like a class or something and asked them, hey, what party is which most likely? Like, all the kids would probably be like, Roy Cooper's a Republican. They would probably say that. But like, I don't think that actually matches what the philosophy of, like, I think some of these people really are just conservatives and that's their party. Like, I think like a Republican is a party. A conservative is like a mindset. Like, there are black people who are like conservative, but vote Democrat, which is the wildest shit to me. But like, they do that because they understand that like the Republican Party that houses the conservative doesn't serve their needs, but often doesn't realize that like the Democratic Party doesn't either. But I don't know. Like, to me, that's the part that I think we're all trying to get past in this 4 years. Like, we're trying to like, it can't be so binary. Like, you're Republican, Democrat. It has to kind of more be like conservative, liberal. Like, we have to, I hope as a people, like, we kind of start to understand like the philosophies behind why someone would choose the party as opposed to just the choice that they made. Like, you know, like, what made you vote for a Democrat? Like, you know, well, I like rights for such and such and such and such, and you can like kind of understand where they are versus where you are, and then you can try to turn someone's mind around to a concept of ideology as opposed to like a concept of like the ACLU, which is like typically viewed as liberal. So now they're defensive because they're not a liberal. So you're attacking them with that lib speech, and they feel some type of way when you could really just talk about something else that the ACLU is actually doing without using their name. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of like where I think we're going to try to be as people, or have to be, because like, honestly, bro, like, Trump's a rhino. Like, that's why he calls everybody that shit. Like, he's a rhino. Like, he's not an actual Republican. He's a Democrat. Like, he's literally a Democrat. That's why I'm telling you, like, when I say hopeful, because I'm like, I think this idiot might actually fuck around, like, legalize weed for all of us. Like, just take it out of Roy Cooper's hands entirely. Like, and that would be dope. Like, but see, here's the thing. That's what I keep asking Katie. I'm like, what would he have to do that put him back in your good graces? Because that's the question for me. And I'm like, give us a shitload of money. Not me, like, I mean, like, black universities and black people. Give them a shitload of money. Not people like me that have white mamas. It's kind of different for us. We should get the money. We was born free. You gotta look that shit up. That's real. Legalize weed. Let these people out that did the weed shit, and the people that you arrested, or that they arrested in the 80s for all that crack shit that's in there for like life. Like, let them people out. I rock it. I'll storm the Capitol for you. I won't. I'm just kidding. FBI don't listen to that shit. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna storm the Capitol.
FBI is gonna let you fucking go, dude. I don't know if you.
I got MS. I can't walk fast. Y'all gonna have to carry. I'll be carried while y'all do it. That's
got you with like one of those fucking parachute backpacks.
Yeah, those baby Bjorns, just like on the just one. Like just walking like the shaman. Could you imagine a big shaman dude and me on his back?
I just imagine you just like swiping stuff off tables as he passes by, and like putting them in your little knapsack.
The Virginia, it's law. Like it's legal, like by law. They voted for it in the Senate and the House, and it passed.
Well,
it's already been signed into law. Like you're good to go, right?
Well, it's like kinda like you can, yes, but we have the weirdest weed laws. It's kind of like California's and their weed laws. Like you can possess it, but you can't buy it.
I thought they had dispensaries they were opening up.
That's the difference. Like you're a patient. Like you have to give up your rights to a gun to get that medical license. That's why, to be honest with you, I would really like to say that Daniel and I should be doing a really better job of telling the community about like THCA, especially in places where they're putting these fucking dispensaries, because I honestly feel like that might be what they're trying to do, is get you to like sign away your rights to your gun over some fucking weed. And like, trust me, bro, I would do it. I did do it. So, I mean, I can't get it anyway. I have bipolar disorder. So it was really a very easy decision for me. But like, there are people out there who will sign their legal right away to own a gun to smoke some weed. And I don't want them to do that because we have all these companies. What'd you say, Daniel? I'm sorry.
Overpriced weed.
Yeah, and that fucking overpriced weed. Like, Razz is, they're not for the people. Listen to me, not for the people.
Daniel, you use Jeeves, right? For your
every night. Yeah, I tell it what I want. I just here tonight. I was in a little bit of a bad mood earlier, so let's see. Which concentrate should I take to not be in a bad mood? And it fucking tells you.
Heck yeah, man. And that's why I like the what was the blue? What was it last night? You talked about? Yeah, because that has it's got terpenes in it for like euphoric feeling and like super happy but like hungry, that kind of shit. But yeah, that strain specifically is good for that feeling, which is really cool. And wedding cake is good, but it helps more with anxiety and relief and things like that, not as much with pain. So it just depends on how you need and what. But you have that ability to purchase these things directly from these companies, and it's legal and the THCA, and it works just as well. It's pretty damn cool, man.
You don't have to send anybody your license. You have to send anybody your license. I ain't gonna lie. Marcy will make you send your card. Yours. Nobody else's. Ain't that right, Mars? Yours. Not senior. Well, we gotta bleep that out, Daniel. Bleep that out, Daniel.
Who would you vote for in the Democratic Party right now? If you had a choice to take somebody in the party and say this person should be elevated to that level, who would that person be?
I mean, it like as in like I'm picking based upon like me taking their popularity. Like I like the general public will also pick this person, not like because my personal favorite would be Tim, but I know the general public's not gonna rock with him. You know, the way that they probably would rock with like Gavin.
I think that if you
that's what makes me worry.
If you could make a magic wand and say you're the fucking president, who would it be?
Michelle
Obama.
Yeah, because I with Trump in there, I don't give a shit anymore. You don't have to be a politician. Let your husband consult.
I don't think she gives a shit about it.
She doesn't. That's what. But you gave me a wand.
No, I mean I know. Okay, that's fair. But I mean, in the Democratic Party, you said they had to put up somebody in the party that would do it. Like, who would that be?
I mean, my personal favorite that I think could do it would be Ro Khanna, but like he's not interested in shit. He's a House member. He's not interested in shit like that. I mean Bernie, like, but he's not going to do it either. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they don't have anybody right now. That's the shitty part. There's no AOC is the only one, and everybody like she's so polarizing at this point. Like she, even to the people that were like me, who were just like die hard her in the beginning, like we've turned on her, bro. Like she is different. Ever since Nancy made that girl cry, she's been different. We just gonna be honest today. Ever since Nancy made that girl cry on that floor, it has not been the same for her. She has been, stock has gone up. Cry for Nancy will get your stock to go up, no pun intended, because I know Nancy was a big inside trader.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
that's a pretty good joke to end on.
Let me put you on game. The money is up and it's down. It's just how it goes. Everyone's going through something that nobody knows. Relax, stay in your lane, leave people alone.
I love all of those eagle pictures. Like that's it. Look, those pictures are what are hanging on those J6 rioters' walls when they were released from jail.
This has been going on for 6 weeks.